School Days is a rather delightful live-action animation from Fleischer. Um, to be honest, I didn't think it was that amazing when I watched it on its own without any knowledge about it. I just plucked it from my list of cartoons by Fleischer that I wanted to watch, and I watched it and thought, yeah, this is okay. When I read more context about it and got more knowledge from it, I had a little bit of a deeper appreciation for it. So I think, at least from my perspective, it's one of those films that's relatively okay to watch in isolation, but you kind of need some context to appreciate a bit more about it. And I will read a little bit of context about this, just so you have some background in case you do decide to watch it, which, if you're a fan of Fleischer in general, then I definitely recommend that you do. This description is from FleischerAllStars.com, and it says School Days is a popular 1907 song written by vaudevillian songwriter Gus Edwards and Will D. Cobb. The song was used as the plot and title of the 1932 installment of Fleischer's Screen Songs series. In the film, Gus Edwards is in the live-action segment as the schoolteacher, and his song is sung by the school children, including the appearance of the bouncing ball. So that's kind of the live-action element of it, and I think once once I learned that the school teacher in the live action was actually the writer of the popular 1907 song, it gave it a little bit more meaning and kind of made it a little bit more well rounded. In isolation, it was just an actor, a teacher, with some children singing a song. It meant nothing to me. The knowledge helps a little bit. When it cuts to live action, we get to see animation, we get to see these children in cartoon form going to school, getting into scrapes. I think it goes back and forth quite nicely. To be honest, the relationship between the live action and the on screen animation is not gelled as effectively as I think it could be. Not that it's not edited well. In fact, maybe it is. I feel like there are sudden jump cuts between the two of them. I feel like they could have blended it a bit more. And it's not that they didn't have the technology or the expertise, because some of the live action animation that Fleischer did before this, absolutely exquisite. So to me, it just felt a little bit too choppy and disjointed. So needless to say, it's not my favourite from Fleischer. But with context, I can appreciate it a little bit more. And there is that big question of, should you be able to watch something and enjoy it for what it is, or should you have to have prior knowledge? And of course, there are a lot of things where prior knowledge helps. For example, if you're watching a sequel to a film, should you have to know more about the first film? And in this case, I think you can enjoy it as a piece of history. I'm watching how they presented live action in 1930s, what kind of animation styles, etc. But yeah, definitely I enjoyed it more with a second viewing once I had some context to it. And I'm always happy enough to do that. Not with feature-length films, definitely not with feature-length films, but with short cartoons or short films. If I do research afterwards and find out that actually there are things that I could have known beforehand, I'll give it another go and see what the experience is like. It's all about kind of subjectivity, of course, and where you're coming from. So if you've seen it before and didn't like it but didn't have any context, I'd say give it another go. See what you think. I probably won't ever watch it again, unless I have a specific reason to, but considering I've just watched it twice, yeah, it's not bad. School Days is a Screen Songs short. Not bad at all.